Baby, next in Sun Edition.
Coming up on The View, Rosie O'Donnell. Plus, from the gap to the caterer to the honeymoon and every little detail in between, we're showing you how to book your entire wedding over the internet. Then, we've got a menu for a deliciously satisfying sex life. Find out the recipes that'll set your bedroom on fire when we show you what foods will get you in the mood. All that and more next on The View.
I had this idea for a show. Different women, different points of view. Maybe a little too different. We call it The View.
To The View.
Alrighty,
you were gone yesterday.
I was in Minneapolis visiting and doing a speaking engagement. It was interesting. I had this lady come up to me. You know, you meet people all over the country, and I'm so proud to meet you all wherever I am. And she came up to me. She had on this red, very sexy dress. She's about in her late 40s, early 50s. Very sexy lady. And she said, "I admire you so much." And I thought, how nice. She goes, "My daughter dates O.J. Simpson."
Like proud.
Like real proud. And I went, you know, look, I don't have anything, what?
Was she blonde?
She was blonde.
What a shocker.
And I said, I went, what was I supposed to say to that? Was I supposed to say, congratulations? I didn't know what I was supposed to say. But I sat there like a bump. I went, and she goes, like she expected me to say something else.
But it's interesting that O.J. Simpson has, you know, he's got more women out of that incident than Geraldo Rivera.
I mean, unbelievable.
Don't put them in the same
But I mean, they both sort of got something out of it.
Mileage.
If I dated O.J., I'd be proud.
But with your mother.
Why would you be
that's
proud?
baloney. You would
Why
not
would
be
you be proud?
Listen, if I lived to tell about it, I'd be proud.
I was shocked. I just thought that was inappropriate bragging.
But
I don't know.
Do you ever brag about something and it's inappropriate? Is there anything that you can point to that you do?
What would I, like, probably my breasts. I brag about
She
them.
talks about how perky they are continuously.
I'm proud. 39 years old. They're perky. Look, this is something to be good.
I remember, Barbara, when you stole that stuff from the White House and you bragged about it. Remember that? That was all right. A little inappropriate.
What do you brag?
I don't brag. I'm really not a bragger. I'm the opposite. You know?
You're a liar, but
I'm
you don't
an
brag.
excellent liar.
We all have our things. Some of us brag, some of us lie.
She's a liar, but she'll put herself down, and then or about her kids, she'll say, well, you know, they're not that bright, and then she'll say, we're geniuses, in the next sentence.
Okay, you who once bragged you had sex 17 times in one day.
So reality must hurt you.
You know, one person who is not feeling very proud today is former Senator Bob Kerrey of Nebraska, and a war hero of Vietnam. It was just about to be revealed in the news that he had been involved in a massacre in Vietnam, and he admitted, yes, he had, that he, although that word, he would not use that word, that when he was there, he was in charge of a squad, and it was, I guess it was 1969, and they went into a village, and they did kill innocent women and children. He said it was an accident, and that it has haunted him. And
they were being shot at, according to his estimation, his, you know, concept of it.
Right.
They were shooting at him. They were shooting back because that was what that war was about. It was a dirty, horrible war.
And there is some discussion as to whether or not his account of it is accurate.
Right.
So, you know,
But
we have to be fair
he
there.
was 25 years old. He lost a leg in that war. I think it's very sad that this has haunted him. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor and lived his life feeling that he didn't really deserve it. We don't exactly know. We will never know exactly what went on. No. And yes, it was going to be revealed, and no, he had not revealed it sooner. He's now, by the way, he's left the Senate, and he's the president of the New School for Social Research. But I feel very touched by it. I wonder, though, if he had decided, if, let's say, he wants to run for president in 4 years because he was a possible contender, whether this would harm.
Well, it's so hard to make accusations because no one who's ever been, no one who hasn't been in that kind of situation can relate or has any concept of understanding. But do you think he should have admitted that there was an incident where innocent women and children were killed,
they found out,
and he received the accolades and so on? I just wonder if he had admitted it.
Well, he would have had to involve the other men with him, you know.
There's also something called war crimes. That would be a war crime if he had murdered
And
people.
also,
Wow.
Technically,
Of course it would.
yes, it would have been.
absolutely.
But I just feel very touched by him now after all
You know,
these
in
years.
this country, everybody vents by going on television and telling all their secrets. This man has held it for all these years. I think that was more painful for him.
It was.
To keep it to himself. Once they tell it, it appears that everybody's all absolved of all guilt and
But it
aggravation.
could have been a war
He
crime.
didn't
We
go
don't know why he
there.
didn't
We
do
don't
it.
know enough about the facts,
Right.
as Barbara pointed out, but by the same token, we need to be clear that we shouldn't make ex-Senator Kerrey the victim in this either, okay?
The war criminals are the people who conducted that war, and it was an unjust war, and it was a criminal war. Those are the war criminals. Unfortunately, most of them are dead now,
But
so
there
we
were a
can't
lot
prosecute
of
them.
young boys from across our country that went and fought in that war and believed very strongly in it. I mean, I wasn't there.
Those are the victims of the war, as well as the Vietnamese.
Yeah, but would he have made this admission if there weren't an investigation?
Probably not.
If he weren't being investigated?
Probably not. And then, you know, there
I'm
is
sure it's
that question,
therapeutic for
should
him to
he
come
have,
out and
but-
actually talk about it and address it for the
my
first
point.
time.
Have you
because
had
it's something
anything,
he's
though,
been...
in your past? I mean, let's go beyond this, that where you've been honored for something and you knew you really didn't deserve it?
I'm trying to think if I've been honored for anything.
Well, I do.
What if we win the Emmy? Do we say, oh, we didn't deserve it?
No, we deserve it. We deserve it. Don't we deserve the Emmy? We deserve the Emmy. That we deserve.
So what did you
No,
feel
mine
about-
was an organization, a Portuguese-American organization, honored me many years ago for all my efforts in journalism and how I had helped the Portuguese community and how proud they were of me. And I accepted it up until the moment I hit the podium, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I stood there and I said, you know what? I've denied my heritage my whole life.
Oh.
How can I accept it? And I said, you should give this to my father.
Why would you deny your heritage?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but where I grew
I
up...
have no place to go.
No, because people where I grew up, you were called a Portuguese, and it was the, you know, I felt like a certain amount of discrimination. I didn't really look Portuguese. I didn't bother to learn the language. I was embarrassed by it. So I had my own little denial
And
going
they were
on.
honoring you because you were in the media.
Well, they were honoring me because I was a Portuguese-American who had made it. And here I had spent my life saying, I'm not Portuguese. No,
See,
I'm French.
I have another situation. I'm always honored by Jewish groups, and I'm not Jewish. I was the Hadassah Woman of the Year one year. I'm Italian. I mean,
You know, you know one person who has really turned failure into success? I give her a lot of credit, Bette Midler. She had that sitcom on CBS. We were actually on it once. She's a great gal.
Every time we're on the show, it goes
fails.
off the air.
That's true. But it did. It failed. CBS finally took it off after only 5 months. Now she is writing a book called Canceled about her experience, and she's gotten supposedly a $1 million advance.
Boy, talk about failing up.
I'm not kidding. It really is.
but that's what good art is about. It's about failure. The Pietà is about tragedy. Richard Simmons, Sweating to the Oldies. These are the artistic endeavors that fail. That's about pain.
Well,
And people want to read
most
about
people
pain.
who get fired don't get $1 million book contract to write about it.
No,
That's
of
not a
course
very
But
typical
the point
thing
is
that happens.
No, but the point is that everybody wants to hear about the bad news. Nobody wants to hear the good news.
Yeah, you don't write a book
boring.
about success.
Exactly.
But what was smart about it is she took away, she figured out a way to turn failure into success. How do you deal with failure?
You know, when I did the news all those years ago, when I came to ABC to be the first female co-anchor of a network news program, and I really failed. Nobody asked me to write a book. You know, the only thing I can say, and I've said it to young people, is if you work your way back and you make it, it is such a, you feel
Much
so
more
different
gratified.
about yourself.
Better.
You know, I don't say that everybody, you know, should automatically fail, but if you do and then you work your way back, hey, you know, success is a great aphrodisiac. Failure is a great, I need a word.
A motivator.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, which is fail
But
again
don't
until
do
you
another
do succeed.
sitcom bet, okay?
Now, what Star has said is if there is any show that wants to go off the air, put us on as a guest
It's
appearance.
It just seems as if I did, what was that other
Wait, Spin City
Welcome to
hasn't
New
failed.
York. They never even got to show me.
Stop, we'll never get a guest spot on anything.
Spin City, we were on a
Spin
couple
City's
of times.
still on.
We've done very well with that.
Thank you.
I think it had nothing to do with us, so let's not, you know,
All right,
puff
let's not
ourselves
belabor
up.
that. You know, we are exposing Star tomorrow on the air. Yes, we are. We're digging into your roots. It's part of a series that we're doing on genealogy.
It's fascinating.
It's very fascinating.
We have traced my family all the way back to before the freedom came in our country. So I know my ancestors who were slaves. I know what we did. I know where we lived.
That's tomorrow's show?
Yeah,
That's tomorrow.
and my whole family is so
Fascinating.
fascinated with this. And I have to tell you, the thing that I'd like to do next is try to find the white owners of my family.
And kill them.
Yeah.
No! I get shy. That's not it.
Massacre.
Please not say that.
All right. We love that.
No, we don't. Oh, yeah. But no, someone will think I said it at this table,
No.
and then I'll get thousands of emails. I said it. I didn't say anything, but I guarantee you, I'm gonna bring the damn email to you tomorrow.
Go ahead. I want to expose my roots right now. Can we have the root cam? We haven't had that in a while. My hair, is it getting any grayer?
You know what it is? Your hair isn't getting gray. Your hair is getting... You don't have enough gray. Your hair is getting dark.
Yeah, it's just getting brown.
Even in this, I'm a loser. Even in getting older.
Even it's getting gray, you're a loser.
There it is. There it is. All
Very
right.
little.
You know
I
what?
see it, I
It's
see
very lovely. Very lovely. Listen.
see it.
Did you see it? All right. You know,
video
Barbara is going to reveal the secret to her success to all of you, not tomorrow, but today when we come back with more Hot Topics. I can't wait.
Courtney Thorne-Smith is hanging with the ladies tomorrow.